Hello, welcome one, welcome all to Chris's Cider Shed, and you are welcome. I'm going to do another quick video on a cider, and if you watched the last video you'd have seen this lighting setup I've got, and that my lighting setup had a little bit of a temperamental. It was a bit temperamental, there was a bit of flickering going on, a bit of disco action, so if that happens again, it happens again. What can you do? It is what it is. As long as you can see me and see what I'm drinking, that's the main thing. So what we're going to try? Well, we've tried one already of these producers. It's Crone's from Norfolk. Bought it when I was in Norfolk. The last one I tried didn't set my world on fire, but I'm going to keep an open mind. This one is aged in a rum cask. Look, and there's a picture of a rum cask on this amazing label. Amazing label. So yeah, so that cask is obviously meant to be a rum cask, suggesting that there is rum in this. So my feelings on these sorts of things is, if you have an amazing cider, you don't have to put it in a rum cask or a whiskey cask or any other cask or add hops to it or anything else. It can stand on its own. Okay, so just because something says cask condition, like rum cask or whiskey cask, something doesn't set my heart racing, because what I tend to think is, have they spoiled it or have they enhanced it? Because it can go either way. It can go either way with these things. So I wasn't super. It was fine. The last one I tried, it didn't really excite me. It was the Norfolk Original, I think, the original cider from these guys that I tried last time. What ABV is this? 6.9. They're all 6.9. Suspicious. Are they all really 6.9? Probably there or thereabouts. But they have to come with different numbers every time. Okay, so let's try it. So, as you can see, it's that amber colour, which we like. It is still, which we're perfectly happy with. Let me get my thingamajig. There we go. Yeah, pretty nice solid amber, that. Not too bad. Not quite as rich an amber as the Dabinet we had in the last episode, or as rich an amber as, say, some of the Watkins can be, but it's perfectly nice. Maybe almost like a slight pinkish hint to it as well. Okay, let's smell it. Let's see how much rum's in this sucker. No, I can get it. I can get it. Would I have guessed it was rum if I hadn't been told by the bottle, by the label? Not sure I would. Might have got it eventually, but there's definitely some rum there. Okay, it's not overpowering. It's not all I can smell. There's some sort of like apple in the background. Actually, it's getting more and more prominent now. It's getting more and more prominent. I'm smelling more rum than I am cider. But there is some cider in there. I'm still getting a hint of apple. But there's definite rum. Let's try it and see. Okay. You can definitely taste the rum in it. You can definitely taste the rum in it. I would suggest it's just the right side of rumminess. Okay? Any more would be too much. It's almost starting to smother the apples, I would suggest. I mean, you want to be able to taste it. It's a pointless exercise if you can't taste it at all. You know, that's as bad as putting in and having too much and putting in and not getting enough and saying, well, what a waste of time and energy. Does it bring something? I think it does bring a slightly extra element to it. I think one of the problems I had with the last one was it tasted fine, but it tasted a lot like apple juice, just like really good quality apple juice. And that's all right, but it lacked a certain cider character, a certain complexity from the fermentation. For me, I don't know if they're using wild yeast or cultured yeast. They might be like chucking in a laboratory yeast, which is not going to give it the same amount of character as a wild yeast would as well. So I don't know the answers to these questions. I'm just thinking out loud here, shooting the breeze if you like. But this is. Do I like it more? Don't know. Maybe I do, but I don't think I could drink as much of it. It is quite rich. There's definite rum character. And rum is one of those things, it can be a little bit divisive, rum. It's a flavour, not quite tequila, where I drink and go, oh, do I like that? I don't want to throw up. Can't quite tell. And it's good to know what you're going to do in those circumstances. But it's not something that makes me go, like, it doesn't have as an extreme effect to me as that, but it does make me go, how much do I like this? I can't quite tell. I mean, it's made from like unrefined sugar or something, isn't it? So it should be amazing, because I love sugar. But sometimes it's not great, but actually cheap rum, that's kind of maybe what it's making me think of. Not really good quality rum. If you go to Jamaica and buy rum or the Caribbean, then you can get some absolutely stonking rum. But cheap rum, couldn't let you know. I guess the sort of stuff they used to give to sailors on ships. You know, that's kind of harsh stuff. And I think this is edging more towards that in the flavour profile. I don't know why, but that's what it's making me think of. Oh dear, cheap rum? That's not a good thing to think of, is it? Okay, gonna think about it. Again, not enamoured. And I hate that. I don't want to get stuff on here and say bad things about it. Compared to most commercial cider, this is far more interesting, far better, and represents great value. On the scale of great cider, though, I don't know where it is. It's not at the top. It's not. It's somewhere low down. Okay, well, you know, we live and learn, don't we? Okay, guys. Well, I will continue to drink this and ponder it. Luckily it's still, so I'll have to drink it all at once. I can pop the screw cap back on, pop it back in the fridge, and revisit it when I feel like it. So that's what I'll be doing. Okay, well, thank you for joining me in the shed once again. I hope to see you again soon, and until then, cheers.